All right. Welcome the internet to a brand new late episode of Dare to Disagree. All my fault. Had to get rid of something. But anyway, I'm your host, Jonathan Esther out of California.
This is Alone in the Dark out here in the Rocky Mountains, sunny Rocky Mountains.
Cold Conscious, Baltimore.
This is Puppet Master from I can't tell you. I don't have a good. I need a good location, like a graveyard. That ain't gonna work.
We'll figure one out.
Rick James, Ray Rice's basement.
I wish I would have thought of that one. That would have been
good. Yeah. He never died. Cocaine can't take that man out.
So chemical.
Alright, the disappointment starts.
That was Obstacle Conscience. And that's the lineup for this week. One host who might or might not show back up ever again, but we'll see.
Usually
anyway, jumping right into the meat and potatoes of things. Now, we haven't really gotten time this week to kind of chat up and figure out what topics we're going to get into. But I figured there was really no other way to start than to at least talk a little bit about the ISIS thing.
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of hard to avoid. It's every goddamn where. And I know we talked about steering away from the political talk, but
so yeah, they fucking suck. Now, on to that topic. How's that iPhone 6? Huh?
Look, man. If you want to talk about bending aluminum bodies, sure, go ahead, have your fun.
Here's my only thing to say about them is I don't think that there's any solution that the U.S. could come up with that solves that problem. Any hand we play into that shit is just later on going to cause problems with them saying, look the U.S. fucked with us again. This isn't how it's supposed to be because the U.S. fucked with us. We need to freaking have another fucking turmoil, revolution, whatever you want to call it. It's going to be terrible. It's going to be bad. That's how these fucking wars happen in these countries, okay? But it's kind of something they got to do themselves. We could try and hopefully guide it to make it less bad as possible, but there's limited amount the U.S. can do when later on it's just going to be the U.S. fucked with this, now we got to do this all over again. I mean...
One thing I keep bringing up in conversations is I keep trying to tell people, this isn't even new for that region. Like, this is going to sound horrible, but this is kind of routine for that part of the world. Every couple of decades, they do this. They have a major revolution or whatever, and this has been happening for thousands and thousands of years. I mean, look at the history book of that area. I mean, it was what? The freaking Sumerians, then the Egyptians, then the Persians, then the Romans, then the Germans. I mean, every freaking couple of decades, something dirty goes down in that area. Now, I don't know if it has anything to do with the land, the culture, the religion. I don't know what it is. But that area always has to do it. But the good news is they always come out of those turmoils better. They always come out usually at the top of the food chain in the world whenever they come out of those areas, of those times in history, you know. But I'm just saying, I agree with Alone in the Dark on that one. I don't have an argumentative point. I just feel like some shit, we just need to leave those fuckers to sort that shit by them damn selves. It's unfortunate, but it has to be done.
I mean, we're not a, what do you call it? What is that called when you have somebody like a mediator in something party?
A third party?
Yeah, a third party or somebody who can deal with a problem between two people and it doesn't affect them. You know,
a non-interested third party.
Exactly, yeah. We're not that. I mean, we've proven that time and time again fucking with the Middle East, and we've done terrible fucking things over there. I mean, if you look at how Iran was back in like the 70s and 80s compared to how it is now, That's pretty much a direct result of what we did over there. We didn't like their freaking current regime they had. We overthrew it, and now they have an extremely religious one that hates the fuck out of the U.S., but at least they sell us oil at decent prices, you know? So we're just not, the U.S. is not the people to go in there and fix it. And they will never, even if we came up with the best solution in the world for them and implemented it, they're never going to trust it because we fucking did it. Like, it's just, that's how it works. They don't trust us. They have really good fucking reasons not to trust us. Okay, some of them are invented. Some things they make up and fucking fill their kids' minds with bullshit. But there is a lot of solid reasons why they shouldn't trust the U.S. and they're dealing with their fucking political platform and shit like that. It's going to be terrible. There's going to be a lot of dead people, dead women, dead children. That's how all these things go down. But it's us going in there and fucking with shit is just going to make it happen again later if we can stop it. And
Now,
this will just be everlasting then.
I did want to get into this conversation because I had something really interesting happen during the week where I would ask people why we're doing this. Why do they think we're doing this? And the answers I got were really freaking fascinating to me because some people would come out of left field with some crazy point of views. So I really wanted to bring the topic. I didn't want us to linger on it too long, but I wanted to bring up the topic just out of curiosity to ask you guys, like, cold conscience, like, do you have any particular thoughts on, like, why we're doing this? Why do we keep doing stuff like this?
Keep doing stuff like what exactly?
Like messing with the Middle East. I mean, I know you don't really follow politics or anything like that. Like, just based on your passing knowledge of all this crap going on that you hear occasionally, why do you think we're in the Middle East at all? Why are we right there right now?
I'm not really. I can't really answer that. I mean, the way it seems like it keeps going, that is always we need to fucking help the Middle East at all costs. Then when we pull back, then once we get to the Middle East, then we pull back. Then we in the Middle East, and people's like, we need to pull back. We need to get our troops. I really don't fucking know why we're in the Middle East. I mean, I really don't know. I really don't give a damn. As long as gas prices get to go down, I really don't give a fuck. That's all I'm worried about.
But that's the funny part. Like, the more I talk to people, the more I hear that. I hear most people just every variation of answer, some with more detail, some with less detail, but everybody pretty much ends up with the same answer. I really don't know, and ultimately, I really don't care. Which is kind of creepy to me, because it's like, yo, we're bombing the shit out of people, and most of the people I talk to on a daily basis are like, I couldn't give less of a fuck.
I think the reason we keep messing with the Middle East is because we know that there's really no retaliation. We keep fucking with the Middle East all day long. They're really not gonna fucking retaliate and bomb this country as much as we think. You won't see us fucking going over there. Who the fuck has nuclear arms right now? Who's made it known that they have nuclear arms right now? Russia?
Russia, maybe? Yeah, pretty much. You could start there and go China, and then from there just.
Yeah, now they made it known that they have nuclear arms, and are we a ally of Russia? Maybe. I don't want to.
Russia all the time, and that's kind of an issue that comes up with these little countries, is the people we've offered protection to. Like, do you guys know a country called Latvia?
No.
No, I mean.
I gotta be on the real. I knew that was a country, and for a second, because I read comic books, I thought it was fake and you were making it up. I knew it was a legit country, but I was still like, wait, you're talking about where Doom's from? Comic book, yo.
Here's the funny thing, man. It's a little freaking tiny country. Most people, I mean, I couldn't pick it out on a fucking map. I know its name because of what it represents, but I couldn't find it on a fucking map. Most Americans couldn't. It doesn't matter to 99.9999% of us, right? But did you know if Russia decides, you know what, I think fucking Latvia should be part of Russia now, like they're doing over there in the Ukraine? We have contracted ourselves to defend Latvia up to and including with nuclear weapons. Now, if the Cold War is any evidence, if us and Russia go to blows, that's fucking it. That's it for everybody. Everybody's fucking turned up their cards.
Right.
So that's the trigger right there. All Russia has to go to this little pissant country, Latvia, and go, you know what? I think we're going to just go ahead and take you into our country, and now we're starting World War fucking III. I really am not comfortable that we're going to go to World War III over fucking... I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm sure there's some very nice Latvians. I'm sure you guys are really cool people, but I'm not thinking that it's... If you came to me and said, hey, we need to kill everybody in the world to go defend fucking Latvia, I'm not signing off on that shit, man. But our asses already have signed off on it. We've said we're going to go to war with fucking Russia over goddamn Latvia. And... it's just it's a hairy situation, you know. It's a nasty situation. I think the U.S. has gotten way too fucking involved with it, and this could turn up bad. We keep fucking with Russia. I really wish during these last couple of decade or so, or maybe even couple decades, we did kind of a Nixon goes to China. I don't know if you guys have heard about this, but back in the day, Nixon went over to fucking China and pretty much converted them from enemies, or at least maybe not enemies, people who just really didn't like the U.S., to pretty freaking U.S. friendly. I mean, it almost made them to allies overnight. I think we really had the opportunity to do that with Russia, who is pretty much the #1 country to kill off every fucking buddy in the world. They have the ability to do it. And there's not much we could do to stop them. We had a chance to make friends with them, and instead we keep fucking with them, and it might just, one day they might not fucking take it, man. One day it might be worth it to freaking go to fucking punches, go to war with the U.S., and that's it for fucking everyone.
That's a good picture.
Thought you guys would appreciate that. There's a Latvian for the ladies. I can see the nipples on that housemate of yours percolating there, Charlie. Tell her to calm down.
Percolate.
That might be the least sexy percolation I've ever seen. And I still don't mind her keeping to do it.
But anyways, fuck you, Dave. This is some heavy shit.
Look, I'm just saying, look, I wanted us to browse the topic because, I mean, it can't be avoided. It's kind of a big deal. But I don't want us to linger on it because it's just depressing as fuck, let's be honest.
Yeah. We don't have the statesmen, it doesn't matter the political affiliation. We don't have the caliber of freaking politicians to handle this situation we're in right now. And it's really not enough for the average American to give a shit about. It's not interesting enough. It's too complex for your average fucking, house-watching American to want to give a shit about. But I think that's going to be the big downfall, us not having a fucking serious politician who could really do some fucking serious talks, negotiating shit like that. Instead, we got a bunch of fuckers that, Comcast is bought and paid for.
Yeah, they just basically playing the chess game to keep the power or get more power. That's pretty much.
Think of how ridiculous that would be. The world gets ended. Every single one of us fucking dies. The only world with life on it gets fucking terminated that we know of, okay? Because we let fucking Comcast and fucking Time Warner Cable and Coca-Cola control our politics, and all the good statement who could have done shit just ended up working at fucking Denny's, and we got a bunch of bullshit in the goddamn Congress fucking it up for everybody. Think of how silly of a fucking...
Never mind. I'm not even gonna start that topic because I'm not ready to talk to you about it.
I was hoping, but anyway, I still stand by what I've said before, that the worst thing that ever happened was for corporations to be deemed people. I still think literally you can see America before and after that divide line, and I think in the future when they look back on that moment, man, it's gonna look terrible.
That's not exactly what happened. Somebody said something that really made it clear to me, is in every form of government there has to be roadblocks to stop money from taking over everything. Okay, there has to be fucking things put up to block it. The longer the country runs for, the less those roadblocks hold up and the more money starts investing fucking everything. Like if you follow money in any country since we've seen rise and fall, that was the driver for fucking practically almost everything at the end times, right? The issue for me is it seems like a lot of those roadblocks are getting fucking torn down now.
It doesn't seem like, man. It is. I think it's just last year they raised the cap again on how much you can donate to a political candidate.
They deleted the cap.
Yeah, there you go. They deleted the cap. They actually just took that shit off because it wasn't important.
So I'm not particularly, even though I'm fucking veteran, you know, I got my fucking flag, you know, in one of these Foot Lockers somewhere. It really won't hurt my feelings. And I've talked to the wife about this before. If there's comes a time when shit gets too bad here, fuck it, I'm moving, man. What were you talking about? New Zealand one time?
We did. We looked at Canada. We looked at a couple countries, and Europe's got some nice ones. I ain't gonna lie.
I'm gonna do the same thing I did when I was picking out states. Just look at countries. What pays nurses the best? That way I can keep living off my wife. What country has the highest happiness index, and which one has the best looking women? Whichever one averages out to the best, I'm fucking gone, man. Fuck this shit.
Oh, hold on.
You need
Let
to
me
go
find
Iceland.
those Latvia. Up with your next country, right? Meow.
You gotta go to Iceland. Just the name alone will keep people out that don't want to be there.
Those Icelandic movies too.
That's so
I don't
funny
know,
'cause that
Charlie.
shit's green. It's not ice. It's Greenland's ice.
I just read an article about a Canadian newspaper calling a black hockey player the dark guy in the middle or some shit like that. So
So
Iceland might not be as safe as you think. Just saying.
let's say for me.
Fair point. Fair point.
That you get to hunt reindeer there, man.
I guess.
It's not surprising he's the one that looked that shit up.
Hey, that's my retirement gift to myself. I'm gonna put Rudolph on the wall.
Where can you kill reindeer at?
Google.
Hey, yep.
I can imagine too, like driving back from church, just Siri, where can you kill a reindeer?
That's like one of those guys who has the age of consent fucking state map listed up somewhere. 14
Hey.
over here in Mississippi, man.
What was it? Remember Alone in the Dark? Were you there when the Olsen twins hit 21 in Iraq?
Oh yeah. Giggity giggity.
Oh, that was 18.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. Were you there for when the Olsen twins hit 18 in Iraq?
Well, yeah.
Whew. Tell me
Probably.
we weren't the biggest bunch of perverts, yo. The whole base pretty much came to a standstill over
Man,
that.
listen. Forget about all that. Let's talk about these hoes, okay? Listen.
Those bitches went 16, 17, 18. Forget about those fucking hoes, man. That was it.
Seriously, we celebrated so hard when the Olsen twins turned 18 and literally overnight stopped giving all the fucks about them.
Jesus, I can't even name them anymore. What the fuck are their first
Which
names?
is good, because one of them is about to marry, like a 90, 100-year-old guy?
Wait, I guess they need the money. What the fuck?
Hey, you gotta fund your modeling career somehow.
What
So
were you
we
saying?
gonna- We gonna dance around my whole request. Let's talk about these hoes. Listen.
Man.
Here's a big problem that I'm having today, okay? Listen, here's what's going on, okay? I just got me, I'm not gonna say this, she's a girl. She is. I'm glad she is a girl. Listen, I just started talking to this girl, right? And we kind of already had this agreement that we are friends with benefits. For those of you who don't know what friends with benefits are, it's basically what it sounds like. These are friends, and you fuck from time to time. From time to time. Okay? With me, it's been a little more from time to time. More like every time I go over there, I've got to get my John somewhere, okay? Here's the problem that I'm having with this, right? And Slow Chemical back me up on this. We already had an agreement. After the first time we go in, she texts me. So what are we now? Now I hope she don't think I don't want to say that. Hey, we are in love. But listen, we are friends. Nothing more, nothing less. We are friends, and from time to time I only call you and I only see you when I want to get my rocks off. Okay?
Can you call that a friend, though?
Yes.
That's a great friend.
Listen, we have a lot in common, okay? We watch TV. We have a lot in common, okay? Now listen, she comes back to me, I'm over there, and I'm getting the stroke session in. And after I'm done, she's kind of like, you know, I hope you don't think we're just friends with benefits. I hope you think, you know, eventually you want to be in a fucking relationship afterwards. I'm like, wait a minute, bitch, listen here. Before we talked about this, I will send you a screenshot of the text message that shows that we are friends with benefits. Now, so chemical. What do you believe I should do about this? Because I had to pull some bullshit out of my ass.
You can't really even ask him, man. He quit black women. He officially quit black women.
Listen, you're right, but it's still a woman.
So does Paula Dean. We talked about this.
Why can't you ask me because I quit black? A woman's a woman. I just said I don't want black women because these Atlanta bitches are fucking nuts. The black ones, Jesus, the fuck Christ, man. Yeah, I mean, they're not. No, and Renee's sitting right here. These black bitches are nuts here, but these white women, at least, like they act like Paula Dean. I'll be on your plantation, baby. Just give me some money. I'm light skinned. I'll be in the house anyway.
Absolutely. You know something? I keep telling people I'll be right in the fucking house with you because I'll be snitching. Them motherfuckers are trying to run. Them motherfuckers let me in.
Like hundreds of years back, yo.
I don't know what you got.
Martin Luther King just turned off his Wi-Fi connection to the living world.
I don't know about you guys, but it's hot out there. You ever been out in Baltimore when it's like 100 degrees and it's musty? I can imagine being down fucking Mississippi in the fucking middle of the fucking summer. I'll be snitching. Harriet Tubman would hate me. She probably hates me right now. I know my ancestors were probably house niggas, and I'm okay with it. I'm 100% okay with that because I will be snitching. Them niggas are trying to run. You see them niggas right there? Yeah.
To answer your question, Cold Conscious, man, you gotta be done with her because now she's trying to change the rules. Now, after you already spoke about it, once that woman sends that initial message and says, "Hey, what are we now?" You need to run to the high heavens, my friend, because that bitch now is gonna be attached. She likes the dick she's getting. I don't know how she likes your personality because you're an asshole. I wouldn't like your personality.
Listen. Here's the thing, right?
She's an asshole, but she needs to run though. That's not true.
Listen, to all people.
You heard what Renee just said?
What's that?
No.
Renee said the women like the asshole, so she's thinking she could change you. You want her to change you, Mike? That's how you feel?
Listen. Dad is going to be coming out in November. Right there, okay? But listen, no, I don't want anybody to change me. And even though I am being kind of a nice guy, listen, I understand why you say run for the hills, but
I'll show him.
I've been getting the most vagina I've been getting for the past 2 weeks now. It's hard to. That's how they get you.
Yeah, shit. Look at my house, man. Shit happened to me. Kids' toys everywhere. Got this. That's where you end up, dog.
Jesus Christ, man. Well, thank you guys for the advice because I was really confused. I'm like, wait, I could have sworn we fucking. This is why you can't fuck with Baltimore girls.
So hold on, I was gonna wait till we're off the air to tell you guys this, but I'm just gonna go ahead and say it now because it's too funny.
Run, motherfucker,
run! Listen, man. So I had invited 2 people to view the show, and those 2 people were on board with this show. I know one is a girl, and I know one is a guy, and they were on board with the show until you started that rant, and all of a sudden we lost one of those viewers. And like in the back of my head, I went, I know exactly who just left.
Hold on a second. Hey, Dave. Dave, is she hot?
We lost one of those viewers.
So it don't matter. She ain't hot. We ain't worried about it.
Listen. You see my word. Even if she is hot, I really don't give a shred of a fuck.
She's taken, so I can't comment.
She's taken. Listen. What did Chris Brown say? These hoes ain't loyal. She might be taken, but really, she's really not taken. Okay? Don't let that fool you. Don't let that fool you. Don't let it fool you.
Get that shit stamped by a judge, and maybe I'll worry about it.
I'm just laughing because literally on board with us the whole show. That rant from Cool Conscience started, and it was like 5, 4, 3, gone.
Oh yeah, you know, I probably should run.
Jonathan, that's your fault. We have 50 episodes of his ass being ignorant.
No. I knew it was coming. I just wanted to see if she was going to live through it. And she ain't.
Listen.
You still got the touch, man. You still got the touch.
Listen, fuck all that. Listen, I think you're probably right. We just talked this motherfucking girl up. She just texted me good night. What am I doing?
Maybe she's being polite and just wants you to have a good night, man.
Good
Maybe
night.
you don't know that.
Good morning.
Nah.
I've been thinking about you. Listen, I need to probably cut and run.
Nah, you need to cut her off. And Renee said you better hope she's not psychotic. And she right. Once she starts texting you good night and how you doing, that's beyond the realm of the rules that we have for this relationship. We start and I call you, you better say, hey, my pussy's wet right now.
You know, I kind of knew it was a reason, and I'm glad I never did it. But she always been wondering, where do I live? I mean, no.
Wait a minute. You been smashing the girl for 2 weeks and she don't even know where you live, yo?
Man, listen.
Listen.
I just started pronouncing her name right 2 days ago.
I've been married for almost 9 years. I still don't pronounce my wife's name.
In all fairness, nobody can pronounce your wife's name correctly.
Jesus.
I think it's Adria, Andrea. I really don't fucking know.
I'm just laughing because in the back of my head I went, wait, so this whole time you've been smashing at her crib?
Oh yeah. Come on. I've learned.
That's great.
What's coming on?
That's a wise move. It's a funny move, but it's a wise move.
Hey, listen. I'm talking about smashing. I'm talking about mother is upstairs in the kitchen where they eat. If they ain't ignorant, I don't know what ignorance is.
Oh, God.
He's banging her as the mom's upstairs cooking dinner. Wow.
Oh, I forgot how it feels to be single. There's so much funny.
Yeah, it's a lot of funny.
So I got a question for you, Cold Conscious.
Sure, shoot.
You know Jonathan Esther has this thing on Facebook, this little series he does called Things You See in OC, right?
Yes, indeed.
So I have my own little series I'm doing. The restaurants that the hoes love. Those are restaurants you're doing. TGI Fridays is at the top of that list.
Yo, I like it. Post that joint.
Man, listen, TGI Fridays. Then what's next? Applebee's. I thought Applebee's.
Applebee's one.
Applebee's.
Y'all know Chili's. Chili's on a Thursday in the afternoon at 4 p.m. A girl sitting in there. Come on now.
What about Chipotle? I always describe Chipotle as Chipotle has to be like the restaurant for people like who mothers can't fucking cook.
No, you know what I think of Chipotle? I think Chipotle is the the classiest cheap food due to expense. Like, it's the place where you take a broad where you go like, yeah, I know it's fast food, but you know, it ain't Mickey D's, it's Chipotle, girl.
Right.
I'll spend the extra 50 on guacamole. I got you.
Man, these fools be talking about Chipotle like it's fucking going out of style.
Oh, seriously?
I've seen it. I'm like,
it's
listen,
a legit first date location.
I'm like, listen, is Chipotle paying your bills? No. I know you're not paying your bills because when I fucking called you, the shit didn't even fucking ring. I know the Chipotle ain't paying your bills. They talk about this shit like it's fucking home cooked meal. I'm like, you must really not have no mother at home that cares about you, that cooks you fucking food if you think this is the best shit ever.
Now, I might have to slow you down there. You sound like you've never had Chipotle with guacamole on it. It's extra for a reason. It's good. It's good. I'm just saying.
See, a prime example. Somebody's mother who doesn't love him. Point.
That's cold. That's cold, but that's funny.
Isn't that what I just said though? People whose mothers don't love them. There you
Why
go.
didn't you just tell me to be quiet and just keep talking? You have to be cold. Go ahead, finish your point.
That was my point. It's the motherfuckers whose mothers don't love them. My mother loves me. She cooks me food, so I don't deal with trash like that. Every time I go to Chipotle, there's always one fucking girl in there with fucking leggings, flip flops, and a half cut up fucking wife beater in that motherfucker.
So,
With no bra. What's up?
real quick. Ever since you started talking about Chipotle, we're back to 2 views.
Is it that girl? Is she watching
No,
this?
just move on. I just wanted to make the point.
No. What's her name?
Just move on. Chipotle is a great place.
Hey, listen, female. Either you're gonna be here for the show, or you're not gonna be here for the show. Don't keep switching on and off, motherfucker. You're gonna be here, you're not gonna be here. Pick one.
Yeah, I got warm in here all of a sudden.
Motherfucker, if you really want to help us out, motherfucker, share on Facebook with your friends. Put us on Instagram or something, motherfucker.
And we're back to 1. Oh god, it's like clockwork. It's like motherfucking clockwork.
What was you guys saying again? You know,
He was saying the series. He was going through the series. We had Chipotle, we had Chili's, we had Fridays.
Tuesdays.
You gotta understand something, Dave. I didn't really have a series. I just want to hear him continue talking about hoes and continue. So there was really no series.
Well played, man. Thank you.
You know, you would think, you know, it's funny you say TGI Friday is #1 because I go in there from Saturdays. You would think it's the fucking club. Hell of hoes be in that motherfucker.
Man,
You know,
imagine working there, right? Imagine working. I used to work there, right?
right.
Like, once it hits 3 p.m. every day, the hoes come in. They be hoes with the messed up teeth. They be like, "Oh, I love Fridays, man."
I know all the I don't just hate for a hoe. I gotta start calling these bitches hoes. But I just hate when a hoe fucking is in your face and her teeth are crooked. Oh my lord. It's the most disgusting. It's disgusting. It's just like she's just all teeth like a fucking horse. It's
They
ridiculous.
have any money. But they always want to drink. Yeah, they always say,
Hey,
"You don't know what the fuck I'm talking about."
hey, that one that just jumped on, that's Michelle.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, that worked. That wasn't good. Good. Because just tell her timing was perfect.
Timing was perfect, they said.
Literally, it was like we lost the girl when he started the hoe rant, and then it was
Listen.
1 for a while, and then he went to hoes love Chipotle, and literally the second he said that, we were back up.
Listen.
Hey, what did I catch her on that what website? What web page did I catch her on? It was like why black people are violent or some shit. It was some like casually racist shit that she was.
Hey man,
Who?
your wife, man.
My wife?
Yeah, I can't remember exactly what it was. Like I went on your computer like to look something up or so. I think it was about that damn game we were playing. And, like the some shit she was posting like, whoa, you know, I can't remember exactly what it was, but it was something that was just
Don't make her out to be a racist, man. You know that shit.
I am gonna say your skeleton is mighty white. I don't know, man.
Hey, they didn't have him in black, right? I got him.
I don't think that would have been better.
By the way, this is just a disclaimer that people might think that I hate.
Christ, you got the
No,
mic.
listen.
Here we go. You don't hate hoes, I know.
Yeah, exactly. You know, people might think that I hate hoes. I don't hate hoes. I actually love females. Okay, they make the world go around. Some of them make the fucking world stop. Obviously. But you know, I get a lot of flack on the show. Like, man, I know Cold Conscious ain't gay, but he seems to hate women. Listen,
He has a knife in his hand.
I don't hate women. I just hate stupidity. And sometimes women are stupid.
Oh, God. Here we go.
Hey, Jay, co-conscious, don't go back to her house. She's going to follow you home next time, man.
Hold on. Is that a WWE microphone?
Yeah, that's why I was like, this is not gonna be good. There's no way there's no way wherever he's going with this conversation is going to be positive. There's no. I've only seen him use the WWE mic 5 times, and each time, like one time, I thought he literally was dead because the person he was talking to looked like they killed him.
Listen,
it's never ended. Positive. Just finish your rant.
It's not really a rant. I'm just saying, I just hate stupidity. And sometimes, a lot of times, girls are fucking stupid. Renee can vouch for me on this. Some motherfuckers some hoes are just stupid. You just have to look at hoes in general as a community and be like, you motherfuckers are stupid.
The fucking mic creeped into the show, man. That shit.
I don't know what's worse, man. That he knew he had planned to use that mic at some point in this show and had that shit at the ready. Or that he just said, hoes aren't stupid individually, but you have to look at them as a community of stupid hoes.
Sometimes you do.
I don't know which one is worse.
You know, we're gonna have to start keeping account of all the shit that I say, because between Discount Beyonce, what I just said before, we need to fucking write down this shit.
All I know is I feel like whenever I offer people to watch this show, I'm apologizing a lot for what they might hear.
Shit, my grandma watched the show apparently one time.
Was I on this show?
I haven't allowed any member of my family to even know I have a show. That's
good, because you know I will rip it to that African ass. Pause on that. You know how I feel.
I think somebody I know was like, "Hey man, why don't you give me the info and let me promote your show?" And I was like,
you should get Linda to watch
the show might want to have a future where this doesn't come back to bite them in the ass.
You should get Linda on the show.
No, that's not gonna happen. That's not.
You should have her watch the show.
Not gonna happen.
Yeah.
That's not gonna happen.
That's a wonderful idea to me.
The day you guys do it is the day I take a day off.
Well, the day I do it, I'm just gonna fucking post. I'm gonna post this show probably on her wall.
That's fine, and that's the same day I take a day off. The day I walk in and all of a sudden you're talking a lot about her, I'll be gone.
Jesus Christ, ridiculous.
Oh, wow, yo.
Oh, that's fucking.
You already made the man mad. Why you gonna do that?
James, I have nothing to do with this. I just walked in. What the whole time out? Cause somebody I know, Flow Chemical explained to me a little bit. Why the fuck did you gang up on that guy? What I heard.
Nobody ganged up. There was one person on the show.
Yeah, you did, Dave. Yeah, you did.
How'd I gang up? I was agreeing with Alan. I'm not gonna lie and say I disagreed with him.
Wait, we talked about last week's show?
Yeah.
Oh, I apologize. I was drunk for that one. If I ganged up on him, that's not my bad.
I tried my darnest to make a bridge, but one person on the show would not let the guy get the wiggle room he needed.
No, Dave, all you did was set him up to get knocked back down every time, man.
All Alone in the Dark had to do was not say the following statement, and I quote, "This is what you're doing. Okay, I think this is..." And then finish with the sentence, making him feel like he didn't actually achieve what we set out for him to achieve, which was to make the sentence without the word "but" in it.
I thought it was the Susan Smith shit, but whatever.
What you've been doing, I don't have a problem with you agreeing with him. The problem comes into play is when you see Andrew getting mad, you try to play both sides of the fence. Take it in your ass and in your mouth at the same time.
Whoa!
So then that's when you became a pussy, my friend. That's why you got madder.
Look, man, here's the point. I'm not ganging up on the guy. I told him several times, I see his point. I completely see his point.
Did you really?
But if you're going to ask me who I was siding with, I thought he was wrong. Did I still want him to be cool? Yeah. So I tried to go, look, I think you're wrong, but I can commiserate and find this middle ground. And I was like, all you have to do is do this one thing. Make the statement without the but, and you win. And he did it. And I really said after he did it, I was like, we're ready to move on. But then Alone in the Dark, talking to him again, and I couldn't help laughing. It was funny. It was messed up. I spent the rest of the week talking to him, trying to calm him down, but it was funny at the time. I wasn't trying to play both sides of the fence. It was funny. Was I not supposed to laugh?
All right, let's get into the topic.
Gotcha.
Calm down, Drake. Okay, it wasn't. Damn.
Did you just say Drake?
Yes. You like Sinho. Jesus, what would you sound like right now? Just you sound like fucking Drake.
Really?
Yes, when you Drake shit.
If you say so, sir. If you say so.
I'm just saying, you ran my man. Listen, this is the only guy from Baltimore. We need some ignorance on this show, okay? Without ignorance, this show does not move. Fair enough. Okay, it might move, but listen. I mean, we need some ignorance on the show, okay? And you know, Calhoun, I'm here. I didn't watch the show, so I didn't get a chance to fucking laugh at it. But we need, you know, Jesus Christ, y'all ran the motherfucker off the show.
What is he doing with that skeleton, yo? Jesus.
In my defense,
Okay.
I was right.
You know, I kind of seen it. Jesus, man, I just he won't fucking show. He probably won't watch the show. He probably fucking unfollowed us on Facebook and everything.
I'm gonna have to go back and watch that to see how bad that really was.
Yeah, it was pretty bad. It was good until the end, and then it got pretty bad.
He's gonna shut us down. He's the fucking admin of the Facebook page.
That's a good point. He made the Facebook page. You ran the guy who made the Facebook page away.
It's a good sign then that it's still up.
Maybe he just says fuck it.
He'll come back. He'll come back to us. He can't stay away.
No, he won't. Well, he'll probably come back and then the same shit's gonna happen. You know. Jesus Christ, man! I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say about this show. What episode are we in?
Like 48, I think.
We made the fucking 48 episodes.
Yeah, dude, we've been at it for a while. Yeah, 48 today.
Oh, look, we didn't get canceled yet. Shit! God damn.
Don't worry, that's coming.
I made it farther than Firefly.
Jesus, don't say that. That breaks my heart.
Jesus Christ, man! I can't believe we made this far. So what are we gonna do for our 50th episode?
Oh yeah, we do have to do something special for that, don't we?
So much pussy here.
Oh, wait, what?
That's the problem. Fuck. Hey, so Renee just said, now that we're at 48 episodes, we need to start branding ourselves and add another person. And so we just added Charles. Here's my problem. We have too many dicks on here. We need to start bringing some females on here. Because we obviously don't have a shit talk about ignorance. So we need to bring some type of female on here that's going to be consistently on here. No more men.
I had a female that I was absolutely down with bringing.
We just ran her off.
We had a earlier.
Well, I mean, to be fair though, Dave's pretty close.
Yeah. Dave, why don't you get your sister-in-law on here? Was she supposed to do a show like fucking episode 3?
Yeah, and I wisely kept her ass away.
You know, I'd put Michelle on here, but that means I gotta get off, take care of the kids, and that just didn't happen.
That just won't work.
So does anybody have any? Because all the females I know, they.
I wonder why. Bridges broken, burnt somehow.
I am not. You know, I'm not ignorant like this. Outside the show, I am actually a very calm individual. Okay, I lied, but listen.
I was about to say, I know you, right?
I'm not as ignorant as I am on the show. I'm ignorant, but I can be around, you know, Caucasian people, and you know, be, you know, steady and, you know, kind of fit in, you know, basically being, you know, house nigga, fitting in. Let me stop saying that because, you know, let me stop saying that because if his music career actually kicks off like we plan on, somebody's gonna watch this fucking show and be like, "That's him." Pretty much. That's him right there.
That's the house Negro right there.
Exactly. Well, some of the episodes we might have to delete if we ever become big, but
The only time I saw someone make a racist comment to freaking Jay Esther over there, and it actually hurt his feelings, is when fucking Sergeant Seymour called him a freaking. What did he call you?
Can't remember, man.
I'm pretty sure he said that he called you a freaking house Negro or something like that while he was beating you with a rolled up fucking magazine.
That was different though. All right.
No, that's right.
Your
pride was hurt, man. Your pride was hurt.
First off, one. He was also beating you up with a rolled up magazine, my friend.
This is true. Yeah. He wasn't making any racist comments to me. You just beat my ass.
Yeah. All I'm saying. Well, which by the way I thought was super unfair because I'm pretty sure you're the one who knocked the blocks off his table.
I don't know about that, man. I don't instigate shit.
Bullshit, man.
Listen, you was the blackest motherfucker in the area. It brought back memories, apparently, so you start whooping your ass.
No. Seymour is black.
Oh, Seymour is black?
Oh, yeah.
He's black. He's the only black person at the time I admired. That's probably why it's done so bad.
God damn.
That's saying a lot because you're from fucking Africa. That's saying a lot. God damn. That's saying a lot. Listen, people.
In all honesty, Alone in the Dark.
Oh hell yeah, man! I love that guy.
That guy was legit, man. That guy.
He would be better than you at everything you loved. Like he was.
Anything you put on the table to him, he did better than you. Like we would talk comics, and he would school me in comics. They would talk cars, and he'd go toe to toe with him in cars. He had a bunch of hoes. But we learned later there's a reason why for that. But that doesn't change the fact he was sleeping with you think your friends with benefits thing is a problem? He had 7 hoes at a time at one point.
Yeah, and a lot of them knew about each other. I mean, he was pretty much your worst nightmare to come home and find this guy fucking your wife. He was just better than you, smarter than you, stronger than you, and
faster than you. That ain't no argument.
And he had a huge dick. We found out because he got his fucking picture posted on all the shots.
Listen, that's how big that joint was, man. They posted it in the base computers because everybody has to share the computers as a joke to make fun of him, and ended up pulling it down. Because too many people were bugging him about it, holy shit, is that real?
Jeez, man, I saw that shit and I called my wife, honey, why do you love me? She said it's just the little things.
Now, hey, I do want to say this.
There's a lot of talk about dicks with a bunch of dicks, man.
This is why we need vaginas on this show.
I'm trying. I'm looking through my list right now.
Apparently, we're getting so fucking deep in the fucking gutter that we have to talk about. Y'all talk about where the conversation goes. We're still talking about vaginas. What the fuck is that?
I'm just being honest, man. I promise to always be honest on this show. And that's what fucking happened. Yeah.
I mean, fucking John Esther was like, man, it was huge. I mean, I've seen some man diggers in my life, but never like that.
No. Just let's be honest, man. There's some shit when you fucking see it ruins shit. All right, that was one of them. You could call me whatever the fuck you want, man. I'm just stating a fucking fact. All I'm saying.
Oh, Renee wants to say something? I heard it. Hold on, what you want to talk about?
I'm talking to her about how we're sitting here, all 4 of us men. I have a big dick myself. I don't talk about Jesus the fuck Christ. Move on.
Yeah, change the subject. Let's do it.
The shit
well, anyway, we got to start getting into the parting shots.
I married a virgin, man. She don't fucking know. Yeah, bitches, this is how big it's supposed to get. That's as big as it gets, man. You gotta worry about that shit.
It's an inch longer than it should be.
I gotta be careful with this shit.
Anyway, so we gotta get into parting shots. I actually had a good one this week.
I'll start. Calhoun, come back to us, man. Come on, man. Come on.
I love you, boo.
You can't just leave us like that, dog. Come on back. We'll fucking just move past this thing, okay? Everybody has a tumultuous time in their fucking relationship. We're just gonna ease on past this one, okay? So cool, man. I'm getting that Galaxy Note too, okay? That's it. That's all I got.
Mr. Puppet Master.
I ain't got nothing, man. I'm not drunk enough for this shit.
Slow Chemical.
I will officially now put out a announcement. We are now hiring only females. I repeat, only females. You need to have a vagina. You need to be born with one, not grow one like Mr. Jonathan Extra over here. And we also need females. I repeat, females. The one that's watching now, you can come on and we promise. Anytime Cold Conscious says ho, we will mute him for you.
Hey, I don't care if you're post-op, lady. As long as that shit's been fucking corrected.
All right, Cold Conscience.
You know, I may be a shitty person, but one thing that's not shitty is the music. Dare Disagree EP coming out in November, if I'm not mistaken. November, and the EP Bang Before the Theory 2 is on iTunes. So you want to, look that shit up and help us out. I don't know why the fuck you would help me out, but you want to help us out. Sure. Let's see that.
You said Bang Before the Theory?
Yes, Bang Before the Theory 2.
Look that shit up, man.
Hey, you got one downloaded. Oh yeah, by the way, and when we fucking become famous, don't try to be calling us and shit on our phones and on our dicks and shit like that. We don't accept it. You have to make it somewhat ignorant, okay? Jesus.
Fair enough. Well, I normally don't have any parting shots, but I actually have one. Bitch, you better leave. You better leave. Cold Conscience is done with you. It's over. So you can go on. Go on. I figure everybody's being ignorant. I might as well be ignorant too. Just if you're watching, bitch, Cold Conscience is
She's watching. That bitch is in the bushes outside his house right now.
I can see him walking down the street like, old CIA spy style, like looking around corners and shit, and fucking stopping, turn around, looking like, man, I feel like somebody watching me.
The bad news is that's how he walks in that neighborhood anyway.
That's a good point. Can't trust nobody.
Yeah,
Can't
exactly.
trust the people you grew up with.
I remember parking my car and watching him look left to right as he came off his front porch.
Yeah.
Like the street wasn't a whole stoop away still. Anyway,
Ain't no joke.
this has been the show, guys. Dare to Disagree. I've been your host, Jonathan Esther.
Yeah. This is Alone in the Dark out here in beautiful Colorado mountains. Kinda.
Cold Conscience.
Puppet Master.
And that's it. You guys have
They knocking already.
yeah. Like the cops, they're always there.
Amigra!
Oh, fuck you.
That scared the neighbors. The guys in the house are still safe.
Immigration Customs Agency at your door, huh?
Well, it's been the show. Tune in next week, and we should have one new vagina in now. So that should work. Take care, America.